Okay, we're now going to talk about how you transfer people in or out of your church. You can be on the Home tab and you can go right over here to Transfers. You can also be on the People tab. You can get to it a couple different ways, and you'll also see Transfer this there. So it's however you become comfortable doing that. So we'll hit Transfers. Okay, this will show you, once again, because I'm the conference clerk, it's going to show all the transfers that are pending in all the conference churches. In this section, you're just going to have 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever that you have that are just coming in and out of your church, so it won't look overwhelming like this does. The process of a transfer is, I'm just going to really briefly explain that. The new church that the person is wanting to transfer to is the church that requests the transfer. So if Julie Silver wants to transfer from the Auburn Academy Church to the Tacoma Central Church, Julie will go to Tacoma and she will tell the pastor or the clerk there, I would like to transfer. The Tacoma clerk will then come to this tab and she will say request a transfer. So then we go over here, and this first blank you're going to hit select because that's the church that they're coming from. So we need to alert the church that they're going to transfer from, that she wants to transfer. So we're going to go ahead and select, and Julie has told the Tacoma clerk that she's a member of Auburn Academy Church. So what we want to do is we want to hit Auburn, and it's the Academy Church. We know that. We're just going to put part of that name, and we're going to put the state. It's really important that you don't put all the information, even if you think you know it, because it's much harder to find that. So just a little information is better. So then we're going to hit search. Okay, now no church has come up, and so you may be wondering, well, I know that she's a member of the Academy Church. How come it's not coming up? Well, what you should automatically do is go back and let's ask for a little bit less information. Okay, we know for sure it's Auburn. So let's just go see what's going to come up if you say Auburn and the state. Okay, see what we did? We put Auburn Academy. Well, the church name is really Auburn Adventist Academy. That's why it wasn't coming up. Also, Auburn City's coming up. So the one we want is the Academy Church. We want to click there, and then we want to say OK. Now, she's going to join your church. And I believe that in your system, you're only going to have your church listed. You won't have these other options like I do because I'm the conference clerk. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to find Tacoma Central. If you were the Tacoma Central clerk, it's probably going to just come up with your church. Okay? Here we're going to say Silver, and we're going to say Julie. You're going to go, we don't fill other. You can put the birth date if you want, but you don't have to. So we're going to go over here and say save. So then it's going to come up, you will see it. We're going to go down here to the bottom and let's see if we can find Julie that she's listed right there. So now you can view that if you'd like and see what has taken place so far. Right now, we have just requested that transfer. So what actually happens then, the Tacoma clerk will put in that request. You at Auburn City or Auburn Academy, you will see that pop up on your screen that Julie's wanting to transfer out of your church. So at your very next church board meeting, you will take Julie's name and you will say, you know, Julie's wanting to transfer to Tacoma Central. So the board will vote Julie out of your church. Then they need to have the first and second reading during the church service at 2 weeks. When that second reading has taken place, you're going to, the Tacoma Central Church will then go down to Julie's name, and she's going to say vote, because that second reading has taken place. So she's going to click right here, first this little button that, yes, it is Julie, and we're going to say that it was taken, that second vote was on 12/15 of 12, and she will hit save. Then what happens is the Auburn Academy clerk will see that they have voted, that they have voted her out. Okay, wait just a minute. I said it backwards.
That's fine, just back up.
Just right now say it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Back up.
Okay. So she was going out of the Auburn Academy Church going to Tacoma Central. So what is going to happen is Auburn Academy is going to take Julie's name to the board. They're going to vote her out, do the first and second reading at Auburn Academy. Then Auburn Academy clerk is going to put in the date of the second reading, okay? Tacoma Central then sees Julie's name come up as she is ready to be accepted because Auburn Academy has done their part. What is going to happen then is in the to accept, that's where she will come up as. Let's see if Julie is down here for Tacoma. And there she is. Okay? There's Julie. So at Tacoma Central, they will need to take her name to the board, they will vote and accept her, and then do the first and second readings. When that second reading has taken place at Tacoma Central, they will put in that date of 12, let's say 20 is when she was accepted. She has now become a member of the Tacoma Central Church. You have one transfer that has been completed. So now if you go back and you look, you're only going to be able to see the members of your church, but let's say you're the Tacoma clerk, you can put in her name just to make sure. You always want to put any status, search, and you can see that Julie Silver is a member of Tacoma Central Church. So that's the process for the transferring in and out. When you go to your transfer section, you'll see that some of these churches have the little asterisks. These churches are offline churches, so they are not on eAdventist. So what happens when you request, if a person's coming in and they want to transfer to your church, you request that from their previous church, and their previous church is not online. I print all those that are pending once a week, and that one gets printed and a hard copy gets sent to them so they know that they can vote. They write the date that it was voted, they send that back, and that's how it happens with an offline church.